So recently I ran into a dilemma. I got myself a security camera system and I wanted to be able to view the camera feeds on multiple TVs throughout the house. The problem is the camera system only had one HDMI port, and to make matters worse, none of the TVs were remotely close to where I planned on keeping the system. So I did a little Amazon browsing and came across these neat little devices, and these things helped me achieve exactly what I wanted. Hi everyone, welcome to another Tech Talk with Samir, where I talk about anything and everything related to technology in my life. If this is the first time you're seeing one of my videos, please consider subscribing. It goes a long way in keeping me motivated to pump out more content. So as I mentioned in the intro, I recently got a security camera system for the house. It was a lot of work installing it, but well worth the effort. My ultimate goal with the system was to have it set up in a way where we can view it from any TV in the house simply just by changing the channel. Of course, there's already multiple ways of viewing the cameras, like through the phone app, a web browser, and even their proprietary software installed on a computer. But I wanted to have a solution where it's easy for anyone in the family to operate and instantly view the cameras. The issue with the phone app is that it usually takes a few seconds to buffer once you go into the live feed. But I wanted a way to view the cameras without having that delay. All the cameras connect to a network video recorder, or NVR for short. If I only had one TV and kept the NVR in the same room as the TV, all it would take is a simple HDMI cable, and that would achieve exactly what I was looking for. But the problem is that you normally want to keep your NVR in a hidden location in the house, so it's probably not the best idea to keep it in plain sight near a TV. Additionally, there's only one HDMI port on the NVR, so by default I'm only limited to one TV. Another possible solution could have been to get some sort of an HDMI splitter and run long HDMI cables throughout the house. That sounds great in theory, except lengthy HDMI cables are quite expensive. Not to mention, it's also a lot of work to run cables in a house. For something so specific like an HDMI cable, it's really not worth running it long distances in a house. What I ultimately wanted was something that would leverage my existing Ethernet cable runs and don't cost an arm and a leg. After some browsing around on Amazon, I came across these PWAY HDMI extenders. This is an HDMI over IP transmitter and receiver combo. There's plenty of similar products on Amazon, but what sets this one apart is that it's relatively inexpensive and it supports multiple receivers with a single transmitter. So if you want multiple TVs in your house to view the same thing, this can help you achieve that. A lot of HDMI over Ethernet devices on Amazon simply does one-to-one transmission. What that means is that for every receiver, you need a transmitter to go along with it on the other side. Those can be great for specific scenarios where you only need to extend a single HDMI cable over long distances, but for my needs, it would only solve part of the problem. This specific device does one-to-multiple transmission. So what that means is that I only need one transmitter and have as many receivers as I want. This is more of a broadcast type of setup. On a high level, how this thing works is by connecting your video device using HDMI to the transmitter and connecting the transmitter's Ethernet port to your router. And as long as you connect the receiver to the same network and connect the receiver's HDMI port to a TV, it should just magically work. You can connect as many receivers as you want, and as long as they're connected to the same network, they should all be able to view the same feed. This thing can transmit 1080p videos at 60 Hz. It also claims to be able to extend the HDMI signal over 500 feet using Ethernet. However, I personally can't confirm the 500 feet claim since my longest cable is probably around 200 feet. But I definitely believe that 500 feet is achievable with this. If you're looking to transmit 4K video signals with this, unfortunately it's not rated for that. But for most people, depending on what they're looking to do, 1080p at 60 Hz should be more than enough. Now, although what sets this thing apart is the one-to-multiple transmission feature, but that doesn't mean that it can't do one-to-one transmission. You can connect the receiver directly to the transmitter using just an Ethernet cable without going through your network. But if you're looking to do that, I recommend going with something that specifically does that so you save a few bucks. Another cool feature that the transmitter has is an HDMI pass-through. So basically, it can split a HDMI signal so that in addition to carrying the signal over Ethernet, it can also connect directly to a TV that's nearby. It does also carry audio through HDMI, so it can be used for broadcasting media. But for my specific needs, I don't really need audio. Although I'm using this for something simple in my home, I think this thing can really shine in a corporate environment where you may want to broadcast the same news feed to multiple TVs in an office. In those scenarios, you can probably get away with having just one cable box for multiple TVs. That being said, your cable provider might not like that, so you may want to check with them first. Overall, that's pretty much all there is to this thing. I personally think that the best gadgets are the ones that solve complex problems with simple solutions, and this thing does just that. If you have some specific questions about these, leave them in the comments below and I'll try my best to respond. I'll be leaving Amazon affiliate links for this item as well as other related items in the description of this video. If you use the links to buy anything, I do get a small commission from Amazon, but it doesn't cost you anything extra. Another way you can support my small channel is by subscribing and hitting the like button on this video to help with the YouTube algorithm. As always, stay safe and I'll see you again on the next one.